version 2. Oh my god. I have no idea what to do now. Jeez, that's a lot of crystals. Holy moly. A relay ticket. Wow. That's a lot. That is a lot. Okay, something just prompted up for me and said that something is odd at the ancient well, and I need to go. I'm gonna go check that out. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fire Emblem Engage. I'm a random Darklink. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing what I initially planned because of something that was just delivered to me. Something is odd at the ancient well. Something is odd at the ancient well. What's going on? What is going on here?
Divine One, we have been getting reports lately of a strange presence coming from this well.
Am I supposed to be seeing this?
I have not been able to find anything unusual about it, but perhaps you should investigate.
Okay, Fell Xenologue. You can access the Fell Xenologue from the ancient well. You do not have to complete it all at once. You can return to the world of the main story between chapters if you like. The Fell Xenologue also has a difficulty setting separate from that of the main game. You know what? We're gonna begin the Fell Xenologue. I mean, at this point, I'm just like... I was gonna do the Byleth chapter, but now this is... You know, new. This is so... weird.
Faced one way, 1,000 years separation. The other way, 100 years regret.
Oh. Okay.
Pray, dream of my sorrow. Pray, dispel the darkness from this world. The only light here is in memory, and the hope you instilled flickers. Alas, I know the truth. In this world, there is no salvation. In this world, there is no you.
I am so confused right now.
Where am I? This isn't the Somniel.
And this is clearly not something I'm supposed to see. Oh my god, what is going on? What?
Who are you?
Wait, what?
I am. No, it is no matter. My name lost its meaning long ago.
Is that...
But I have this strange feeling, as if the two of us have met somewhere.
Is this the other version of Olir?
We have never met before. Not in any way.
So
that I
confused.
understand. I'm speaking to you from across a mirror. You are my reflection, and my land's last hope.
Oh, okay.
Please, I need your assistance. Will you save those who are important to me?
I mean, I could try, but
Of course.
I don't know how...
I'll help however I can.
I don't know how terrible this is going to be.
Really? You accept my plea without hearing what it entails?
I guess.
I suppose I feel like helping you might ease some of my own anxieties.
I don't know if I'm supposed to watch... if I'm even supposed to be getting into this. Oh my goodness.
Almost as if this is a chance to get back something that I lost a long time ago. In short, yes, I'm here for you.
Cool.
I'm glad to hear you say so. I was afraid you would refuse, since I'm unable to explain all the details.
This is basically another version of Olir. Okay, cool.
Suffice to say that the land I speak of is threatened by a foe with a wicked heart.
Yep.
The only hope for my people is for you to collect the 7 bracelets.
Bracelets?
Oh dear.
In my world, emblems dwell inside bracelets. You will need them in order to succeed.
Oh.
Now, I will transport you there. Those you encounter after arriving will guide you.
Will you and I meet again?
Okay.
We will not. Nor have we ever met. Not even in this very moment.
Okay, now that's just a lot of bull.
You speak so cryptically.
Yes, very much
Still,
so.
I get the feeling I will see you again.
I'm so confused.
Be off now. I thank you, and wish you good fortune in the battles ahead.
Okay, is this going to, like, re-spark my interest in this game, or is it still just going to wane with all the difficulty stuff?
Goodbye, my fellow divine dragon. My twin from another world. On your journey, I hope you feel joy, suffering, sorrow, and love. Because I will feel nothing anymore. I will never awaken again.
Oh, man. So this is like some sort of alternative future stuff?
So bright.
Sister, it worked! Our prayers are answered!
Okay, that just sounds like another world version of Clan or something.
After all these long years,
Okay, never mind.
at last our savior has come. You.
I'm so confused.
Is that?
Where am I?
You are in Lethos Castle. We have long awaited your arrival.
Okay. So 2 different sets of twins.
Thank you for answering our prayers. I am Nell, one of the dragons who resides here.
Oh.
And I am Nil, her twin brother.
Well, at least isn't like worshipping. Finally, just dragons equals cool.
It's nice to meet you, Nell. And you, Nil. I'm the Divine Dragon.
So you are the divine dragon.
Fate has made a cruel and mysterious choice.
It is such a joy to see you reborn.
Reborn? What does that...
The divine dragon is deceased. You fell in the last war. Our world has been consumed by darkness in the time since.
Okay.
We have long prayed for a savior to aid us. And your
Alternate
appearance
future.
seems to be our answer.
Cool.
It is unfortunate. I would have preferred never to see you again.
Oh.
Nell?
Okay, this is seriously refreshing. No people just like fawning at my feet. Oh my god. No. Nell is fine. Nell is fine. You have no idea what I have dealt with for the past 30 episodes. Oh my god.
But we are in desperate need of aid. And we do not have the luxury of choice.
Hey, it's rough, okay? It's
I will
rough.
speak no more of it. Please follow me.
Got it.
I'm so sorry, Divine One. She is rather more upset by this than I would have expected. She and the Divine Dragon have a somewhat complicated history.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's good to know. So,
This is the bracelet vault. Here, our emblem bracelets are kept secure.
cool.
I see.
Yep.
Upon that pedestal lies the bracelet of the Shepherd Exalt.
The Shepherd X. Wait, Crom?
It is the sole bracelet in our possession. The emblems within it are safely in slumber.
There are 7 bracelets in total. We lost the other 6 in the war with Sombron.
Interesting.
So, he exists in your world as well.
I will explain from the beginning.
Okay, so I recently had a little bit of just an enlightening piece of knowledge from a subscriber. I'm recording this on the 6th of April, so this is going to be a while before this gets brought up, but, you know, they gave me a really good indication of, like, you know, just the whole, like, linguistic side of the name Sombron. And, you know, it was quite enlightening for me to hear because I was honestly questioning why you would even give someone like that a name. And now it's just like, oh, hey, it's good to know that, you know, it's roughly a translation. I can't exactly remember the translation. Let me go look that up real quick. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Okay, so apparently it's roughly translated to very big shadow. The issue with that is the word itself should actually have some kind of accent over the O. Granted, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm not even going to attempt that or risk, offending people. But I mean, it was a really good thing for me to find out, and I am really appreciative that I have, for as very few subscribers that I have, they were able to educate me just a tiny bit. So I'm always very thankful for any sort of knowledge that I might be able to leverage to better myself, but also to better others in the process. So, circle of knowledge. Thank you.
The first dragons were born millennia ago, and from them came the divine and fell dragons. For a time, there was peace, until the fell dragons turned to conquest and destruction.
Huh.
With the world under threat, the divine dragons and the people prayed for salvation.
Divine dragons.
And that salvation came in the form of beings from other worlds known as emblems. The emblems were manifestations of those ardent prayers for peace.
Well, that explains a lot. So they are just a manifested spirit, but it's through a power of like some kind of prayer.
My sister and I were performing that ancient rite when you arrived. We thought a new emblem would appear to save us.
And you got me.
Yes, it was quite the shock. I'm still a bit beside myself.
Interesting.
The emblems brought an end to the fighting, but only temporarily.
Cool.
1,000 years ago, Sombron sought to exploit the emblems for his own ambitions.
We experienced that war firsthand. It was awful. The entire continent became a battlefield.
Dang.
The dragons and the royal families fought over the emblems until all sides were exhausted.
Well, that sounds pretty rough, yeah.
But as we stood upon the brink of annihilation, the divine dragons won a key victory. Lumera, the divine dragon monarch, imprisoned fell dragon Sombron at the cost of her life.
Oh.
My mother died 1,000 years ago?
Her sacrifice bestowed peace upon the people even as they mourned her passing.
Interesting.
But it was her successor who healed the wounded land and returned it to prosperity.
Her successor? You mean the next divine dragon monarch?
Yes. You.
Oh.
The divine dragon monarch after Lumera was her own begotten child.
Interesting.
So I took the throne after she died. This is so different from the history of my world.
Yeah, it is very much interesting.
You are a wonderful ruler. Under your reign, it seems like the world would be at peace for the rest of time.
That is... Okay, so it is some sort of alternate history. Alright. I'm not entirely against it, especially if I can interact with characters that actually, have some mixed feelings about me, as opposed to having utter devotion, so I'm enjoying this a little bit more.
But it was not to be. Sombron eventually returned, and another war began.
Yeah.
Whosoever gathers all 7 of the awakened emblems will be granted immense power.
I bet, yeah.
Sombron intended to use that power to exact revenge and restore the Fell Dragon's honor. To achieve that end, he was willing to set the whole world ablaze.
Jeez.
And I take it I lost this war.
No, not exactly. You and Sombron each slew the other.
Huh.
On the night of the decisive clash, you and he perished at the same moment.
That is weird.
So the Fell Dragon is already gone? Then who is it that's putting your world in danger now?
An unknown malefactor is attempting to fulfill the late Sombron's ambitions.
Ew.
They come and go without a trace. We know nothing of their whereabouts or appearance.
This is complicated.
All we know for sure is that, like Sombron, this individual wants to collect the 7 bracelets.
Interesting, okay.
In fact, we believe they already have 2.
1 in Lethos Castle, 2 in enemy hands. Where are the other 4?
Okay.
Each of the 4 nations of Elios possesses one. They once fought under a single banner, but that changed drastically after your death.
Yeah.
Now, with nothing to unite them, the little ones, the humans, bicker among themselves.
That's... I mean, I guess in this universe, I mean, humans really do... I mean, I don't like overly devoted characters, but there's a bit of a difference between, like, having some kind of, like, image of, like, what you would perceive as a god to help, you know, to guide your life. If that's the way that you want to go for it, and you're not, you know, doing that at the cost of your own individuality, like that I don't, you know, have an issue with when it comes to like characterization. When it becomes like their sole thing, it's just like, oh wait, I heart the divine dragon, I will do anything for the divine dragon, I like the divine dragon, like that being their whole character, like that's just, you know, making the person seem a little one note, you know, when it's a lot more complicated than that. I mean, humans are far more complicated than that.
Thus far, they have kept one another in check, but war could break out at any moment.
I don't know if the Divine Dragon's army was ever truly united.
Oh.
I saw them argue in this very castle about which nation was to blame for your death.
That is rough.
Which is absurd, of course. It was no one's fault.
Yeah. I mean, it just seemed like the, that version of Alir just happened to sacrifice himself, or like, well, in this case, probably sacrifice herself to save the land from a even crueler darkness.
Now that our savior has arrived, it is imperative we reclaim the bracelets.
Okay.
The conflict we have avoided for years will soon be inevitable. You may need to cross blades with people who resemble your own friends and allies.
Oh dear.
I understand.
Yeah.
I'll brace myself for that possibility.
That is... Wow.
So, you're both divine dragons, like me?
Huh.
What gave you that impression?
You said you were dragons, and you live in Lethos Castle, so I just assumed.
Your assumption is incorrect.
Oh dear.
What she means, Divine One, is that we...
Uh-oh.
Watch out! Assassins!
Oh boy.
No!
Oh no. Oh! Yep, I knew it! It was a Dragonstone. Cool.
She's a fell dragon!
My brother and I both. In this world, fell dragons are born as twins. We
Interesting.
severed ties with our father during the last war. We now fight against our misguided kin.
I cannot transform, but that does not stop me from fighting at Nell's side.
Interesting.
Fell dragon twins.
That
I
is...
suppose I simply assumed that you would already know what we were. It seems I was mistaken.
That is really
If
interesting.
you will not aid us, you may leave. We will defend this world ourselves.
No, I'll fight with you. I don't care about your heritage. If you truly want to protect this world, I'll be your ally.
That is... I feel like this kind of story would probably done better if I just like continued into the main story and had a little bit more context, but right now I am so lost right now.
Ah, that's a relief. Now, let us march into battle together, just like the good old days.
Show us your medal, Divine One. We shall see if you are truly the answer to our prayers.
Got it. Well, so how is this going to go then? Do we get to use... Okay, Fel Xenologue deployment. In Fel Xenologue battles, your allies will have predetermined classes and levels. Their inventories are also predetermined, but you can swap items between units normally. Allies who fall in battle will return afterward, regardless of your difficulty setting. Oh! Okay. The Fel Xenologue features unique allies who will join you in each battle as guests. Nell is a powerful dragon unit. Nil is a capable support unit in conjunction with emblems, but is not well suited to the front lines. Losing either Nell or Nil will count as a defeat, so be careful in using them. Huh. Interesting. So, predetermined levels and class. Okay. That is really... That's interesting. Okay. Oh! Oh, they're wielding the weapons that, you know, came from the... Holy crap, that makes a lot of sense now. Okay. Okay, so for this first Fel Xenologue, I think I am going to be utilizing both Kagetsu and a citrine paired with Veronica, just for, like, you know, a really useful, like, you know, just use of an emblem, I would say, just because, like, first off, getting access to a summoning, getting access to Fortify Plus. I mean, there's some upsides to this, so I'm going to utilize that. It just took me a while because I was reading through, like, a bunch of other stats, and also Kagetsu comes with a killing edge, so I'm gonna try to make use of those crits whenever possible. So anyways, so defeat question mark question mark question mark. Cool. I am going to save right now. So anyways, let us fight.
The enemy has most likely come for the bracelet of the Shepherd Exalt. We must
Cool.
stop them here before they can reach its location.
Cool. That's awesome.
Ooh.
Oh crap, that's Fogado, isn't it? That is Fogado. That's not good. Also, this theme is certainly ominous. So, which one can turn into a dragon? Oh yeah, she
Yes.
can. Interesting. I'm just, like, really unsure of, like, how to go about it. Also, just so that I can have, like, screenshots of this. I am going to turn animations back on. But I'm just going to turn engage animations off. I'm just going to keep those off because there's no need to keep those on, especially at the point.
Shall I go?
Yes, you shall go. And, you can... Okay, so it definitely weighs him down then. That's the downside. Okay, Kagetsu. Kill the doggy. Which, by the way, looks really messed up.
Pieces.
And yep, no experience. They're just going to stay at level 15. It's just going to be for the sake of, So, okay, so 2... So, whoever goes into this space is going to feel the wrath of one
Very
enemy.
well.
Unless, of course... I could nuke with an Elf Thunder, yeah. I'll do that. Ooh, nice.
All right.
Okay. And yeah, this is an unaltered liberation, unfortunately, so... Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be a mess, probably. It's probably good that I have, like, the summoning, bracelet here for Veronica with us. Otherwise, you know, we'd be in some deeper trouble as is. So, I want to look at these unit details. Okay, so... Oh, what does Fel Spark mean? An attack using the power of a Fel Dragonstone. Halves foes, defense, and res. Okay. That is incredibly balanced. Nil can't transform and incredibly weak, so yeah. Obviously keep that.
Speak, Divine One.
Keep Nil out of the way.
Cute, right? But watch out. Those fangs will really leave a mark.
Yeah, that is definitely Fogato. That's really sad. Okay.
No. Good.
Yeah, you're more suited to combat.
You can lift the Fang's curse with my Restore Staff. Give it to someone who can use it.
Awesome. Yeah, that's helpful. I mean, Fortify Plus will do that too. Yeah, I guess I wasn't thinking so much. Okay.
I'll go first.
Destroy them. Interesting. I'm just gonna wait there. Yeah, this is gonna be a little... 38% chance to crit. I hope it hits. Nope, it doesn't. That's unfortunate. Okay, so the curse affects dragon kind, I guess. Okay. I think it's time to do this. And I'm gonna summon a Carlos probably.
It is time to honor your
Oh yeah, first time I'm actually seeing the actual summon in for... I think, I don't know, because I put animations on. Okay, so... Oh! That is good! Oh, it's a staff. Oh, man! I mean, that helps, I guess.
My good friend.
That helps. Cool. Yeah, not going to have you get into combat. Wow.
Hurry.
Glad I can rely on you.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Kagetsu. That is really unfortunate. Can I time crystal back? Okay, so it still has 10 charges because it's on I have no idea how fast or slow I'm supposed to go because there are a lot of enemies.
You mustn't.
And yeah, I'm gonna have to
I'm in trouble.
Oh wait.
Just as I thought.
Oh yeah, right. She comes back at some point, doesn't she? Next turn, I believe, right? So I don't have to worry too much about...
I'll go first.
I don't have to worry too much about casualties, but I do need to think about...
Quickly now.
about my placement here. Cool.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate indeed. I have no staff wielder. Do I need to rewind? If this thing doesn't come back. Yeah, I'm rewinding. Yeah, what? I chose a redstone this time. Okay, just a sword flyer from the fabrication. Cool. I'm just gonna use you as a place guard in the meantime. And then... I mean, you do have a powerful axe, but... I mean, Kagero is... Oh, sorry, Kagetsu is our main guy right now. Oh. Right, steel sword. Steel sword it.
Here we go.
I'm healing next turn, so it's should be no big deal. So the enemies are going to come up in force anyway, so... Yeah. I'll keep that guy distracted at least. And yep. Okay. So staff, fortify plus. That'll cure the curse too, so. Yep, and heal just the right amount. Strike you down with Parthia.
I'll change the
There we
future
go.
into hope.
You try doing that then. So... Fellspark, that is not the most decent idea. I'm still just going to use Kagetsu as the main attacker here. Oh yeah, these guys are a little bit more powerful. What? I can't even reach the bow wielders, so... I'm gonna try and stay out of this guy's range at least, so that, you know, maybe a little bit more, yeah, just a little bit. You know, I mean, this fabrication's almost dead, so. Oh, and they're on the way here. That's great. I'm gonna nuke you.
I'll go first.
I am ready for a rest.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a few, like, intense moves right now just to, like, keep everyone alive here. Nope, yeah, fragile, super fragile. Very much a bane. I really should have like just looked at the items that, you know, who had, because, I mean, if I knew I was going to be trading for that, I could have probably just brought a staff wielder. One of the staff wielders, at least. I could have brought Pandrea. Like, that would have been a good fit.
Allow me.
Thank you.
Victory is mine.
Thank you, Kagetsu. Okay. One more attack. We'll do it. I'm gonna place a bonded shield up right now. And I'm just going to keep... The hounds are coming. The hounds are coming. And there goes our fabrication. Which, you know, was meant to just die on the spot like that. Oh god, yeah. More of them are coming up here.
Our bonds give me strength.
That is, not good.
I'll go first. We could have been friends.
Ooh. Jeez. Slick. Very slick. Okay. Okay. Yeah, still glad that the Kagetsu's very much with us and, you know, slowly whittling down the enemy.
Victory is mine.
Very much the MVP here. I mean, when you have predetermined levels, it just makes a lot of sense to go that way. You're gonna need to go over here to get stuff, you know, healed. Also, okay, so that doesn't work. Sheesh, man. I'm gonna have to retreat a little bit. He should be able to survive all the hits here. Should be able to survive. Yep, he's... Kagetsu is just gonna destroy everything. Let's just hope this mage doesn't do... I didn't look, so I didn't know what amount of damage... Oh, can't even reach me because of the movement. Okay, so... Another mage and another corrupted wolf. That's great. Well, in that case, fill that up. You're our main healer here, so I don't want you dying. Oh, man. Looks like we're gonna have to fight ourselves out of a corner here from this spot. Make our way over to the boss on this side, perhaps. Maybe a Lear could at least be bait for the mage. Or not. Oh wow, that was a lucky miss that I needed. That was a lucky miss that I absolutely needed. That was playing with fire a little bit there. And
one less foe.
Nice, thank you. I am legit just focusing so much of my merit on Kagetsu here. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Oh, Lear's gonna take out this guy. It's gonna hurt.
I had to stop. stump you.
Okay, so there is a central vein over here. I'm gonna tactfully move myself over to this side, so at least, you know, we're able to heal our main fighter, like, right away, because the main reason we're able to survive in the first place is... Oh. Oh, God.
You're not going anywhere.
And...
It won't be easy beating that one. Not with my emblem's power protecting it.
Oh, great. That's fantastic. Okay. We're gonna have to fortify and go now. And just let the enemies go to Kigetsu.
Yes.
So, yeah, I found just like, I think the strategy I'm gonna have to pull off here is, I mean, I need to move from one side to the other, like, fast. That's the way we're going to beat this map. Especially if we're getting hit with a bunch of enemy retaliation. Okay. You have 6 move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, man. And I'm gonna have to rewind again. Okay. Fine.
Hold nothing back.
Try fortifying again.
I am full of vigor.
Okay, so level 18, so that's why it's a little hard to take out. So in that case, my best bet is to try and get a lucky kill with the critical. And instead I missed a 91. Seriously, that could not have gone any worse. Okay, in that case... everyone is fleeing. I'm gonna... I'm actually gonna summon a hero to serve as bait. We're gonna go for blue.
It is time to honor your contract.
Let's see what I get here. At this point, I just need to, like, mess around with, you know... Okay, it's just gonna be a regular 3-star Lance Flyer. Okay, cool. In that case... just get away.
Our foes are strong.
Okay, not affected by the enemy area. It's gonna be another enemy's plaything. In the meantime, I'm just gonna buy a turn at least. Yep. Okay, that one's... Okay. El Vagard. Cool. Oh, come on! Seriously! Dude! You gotta do that. You have to do that, I guess. Great. Man, you are a jerk. You are a freaking jerk! How does that miss? The RNG, man. The RNG. Okay. Cool. So.
Yes.
One has the higher hits. That's a 91. That's a... Oh, man. Oh, you gotta keep doing it. Is it still gonna miss? Okay, screw it. I'm retrying the entire map because that RNG is stupid. Yep, this is how you get through maps sometimes. You just have to re-roll the RNG because, oh my god, they just do not care about making this fair. Okay, so Pandreo is joining us this time around, so hopefully he does well because he has a restore staff, a fortify staff. Like, the dude is loaded. Like, he is great. Great for this map. Guaranteed hits. Screw you, you stupid RNG. Guaranteed death. Go ahead and do your stuff.
Even Mikey wants to fall.
I'm gonna move Kagetsu here so that he can draw the will of 3. Okay, I'm not gonna waste a fortify on him, but it should be enough at least to, you know, heal him once the time comes. Kill everything. Ouchies. Okay, perfect. Perfect. You're gonna get healed just fine by a med staff. You're all gonna be good as new again.
I could quiz you.
You're gonna be restored from the Fell Dragon Curse afterwards. And in the meantime, oof. Okay, so it looks like what I'm going to have to do. No. I'm going to attack and do what needs to be done. Attack with a follow. I mean, the chain attack, one of these two just has to hit. There we go.
Thanks for the assist.
Yeah, thank you for the assist. I didn't have to rely on crap to do something like that. Also, Fell Spark. Oh. Dang. Okay, it turns into a dragon out inside the battle. Cool. Cool. Okay, goes up to attack me. Oh, also attacks me. Not too much of an issue there, but I did get a Fell Dragon Curse, so... But first things first. There we go.
My good friend.
I'm gonna do that. Awesome. Goodbye.
I'll go first.
This is going much better. This is going much better. Okay, come on, let's bait out some more enemies.
Now.
You can be killed.
Victory is mine.
Easy. Fairly easy, so. You can also be killed fairly easy. Yeah, you are getting taken to your limits here.
Onigiri.
you'll survive, right? Yeah, you'll survive, but it'll just hurt. Okay, cool. You're going to get healed, and I'm conserving as many uses as I can because this is hard mode after all. This is hard mode, and I'm just glad that I'm doing it now as opposed to, like, you know, later or before, earlier in the game, because I wouldn't have had Pandrea or Kagetsu, frankly, who is, like, there's still he's still a high priest, he's still a sword master, and even as a sword master, like, the dude is still pretty, like, dude still has stats. I mean, thanks to the ring, but yeah. Okay. Okay, so you're coming this way.
Come and face me.
I'm gonna take a risk here. Yeah. This might be my time to use the fortify staff pretty soon. Pretty soon, because... Oh dear.
It won't be easy beating the...
Yeah, I figured. Because of the revival stone. Oh! Killing edge. Okay, it's definitely a good idea to give him the killing edge as opposed to not. Okay. Ugh, ouch. Ugh. At least multiple can't get through, so. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Perfect space to use fortify. There we go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm roughly back to the right spot here. Fellspark time.
I'll go first.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Noble rapier time. Let's go.
I won't fall. I'll change the future into hope.
Okay, that was a mistake.
I am bruised.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I made a dumb mistake. I should have waited to heal for when, you know, yeah. I was, you know, done with combat as opposed to, you know, right then and there. That was a dumb move by me, but that'll get corrected now because... Oh, what? What do you... Because of that dang Feld curse, I assume? Okay, never mind. It was just all for one screaming up. And survives with 1 HP. Ow! Same RNG.
Bonds give me strength.
So it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's definitely not preferable.
and full of vigor.
Okay. Oh, miss. That's a lucky. That's lucky. And there's the revival stone one. That's great. And right.
Precision, power.
That was unlucky. Well, he might die. I'll have to rewind again because he's my best attacker. That bit up too much more than I could chew. Okay, we're gonna try this iteration of this. Assuming, yeah, Pandreo's gonna get targeted by one of these. And get doubled. Ouch. That was rough. Oh, dear. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Okay, very glad that we have the Fortify Staff on our side. Otherwise, this would get really bad. Really quick. Oh, dang it.
Give me strength.
Did you really have to crit there? Okay, still alive. Still alive somehow. Somehow. And...
Divine Dragon.
Yep. I get it. It hurts. Weird. Stay with me. Stay with me. A little longer. Just a little longer. Oh, that's ridiculous.
Shall I go?
This is tricky, man. This is seriously tricky.
I challenge my this is it.
Maybe I should.
Future into hope.
Maybe I should have like brought someone with the emblem asterisk, because that would probably help to slow people down. Because now I'm starting to think that I can't exactly. Pandreo is going to die, and he's my. You know, I'm surprised I didn't use Jade as a shield yet. This will probably just be a lot more easier if I do with that and just deal with the mages. One hit KO for Marmads? Don't mind if I do.
Allow me.
There! We'll have to fight our way through.
Yep. Don't you dare screw me over with some dumb RNG.
I've got this.
Cool. Of course, that means you have to engage right away so you can have access to powerful weaponry. Just, you know, that's fine. That's fine.
I will fight for you.
Cool. Please do. Please do. Ugh. Kill everything. Kill everything. Kill everything. Just kill everything for me, please. Yeah, you can just run right toward the enemy, can ya? Okay. Oh, you still have your tomahawk? You know what? I'm storm's eyeing using the tomahawk equipped. Yeah. We're gonna take out a bunch of these guys. And not have to worry too much about... Wait. How? How did you get healed? What? Okay. Cool.
Here we go.
Nice. Nice. Please work, please work, please work, please work. That's a 71% chance. You just have to hit once. Thank you. 62%. Yeah, there's a miss. There we go. Probably could have just like... And the chains. The chains are what's going to destroy her. And ruin her ability to double. That's great. Oh, and you're fleeing from her. Great. That's awesome. Still gonna use Armads.
Allow me.
Oh, thank you.
Just in time.
That was... God, dual attack plus, man. Wow. And enemy phase woes. Yeesh.
We'll have to fight our way through.
Okay, so... Higher accuracy means higher chance to hit, which means higher chance to kill enemies in one hit and reduce the backup chance. Okay. Going right to this vein. I'm gonna get everyone ready to just charge in because there's gonna be a mage that we're gonna have to kill from this side. Yeah, that works. Or if I'm being remotely honest. Oh my god.
Your story ends.
Oh my god! The only one we really have to worry about is that top wolf heading over to... Of course, attacking from a distance. That's fantastic. Great. And you're gonna use the Divine Blessing on one of those guys.
You're not going anywhere. Will be.
Cool, cool. Keep doing that. Keep wasting turns.
Your luck's run out.
Yeah, your luck is gonna continue to run out. Yep. Ouch. That helps.
We'll have to fight our way through.
Yep. Of course we do. It's the nature of Fire Emblem as a game. It makes sense.
We'll have to fight our way through.
But you are fighting your way through effectively, so don't have to worry too... Oh. Wow, you mischievous little scamp. Cool. In that case, running for our lives and having you take out, you know, who... Oh, man. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. That's great.
Here we go.
Movement range. That's amazing. Cool. Go over here. Cool. Just do what you need to get done. Ouchies! Ah, that's gonna hurt. And there it is. There's... Okay, one hit should do it from us, hopefully. Cool. Cool. You have Fire Breath, which is going to target for half of defense. Oh, that's great. That is fantastic. Yeah, go over there, please. In the meantime, casually waits here in the corner. Because this is going to be painful. Well, Anyways. Chain attack crap. Great. Oh.
Hand over the bracelet.
Dang it. Oh, you're not a dragon. You're a wolf knight. Okay, never mind. Okay, you hit, so counterattack counteracts the other issue, thankfully. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. And it's one of the worst parts about this thing is just the fact that there's okay. Fortifying the crap out of you. Because that is frankly the only way that we're going to engage. I like this theme though. It's pretty cool.
I am the divine dragon.
Oh, cool.
Our bonds give me strength.
You died, and now... Okay, cool. Yikes. What? What the heck did you eat to make you so vile? Oh my god. That's intense. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try and increase my dodge range as best as I can by equipping the lance. Still gonna try and attack me every little bit. No damage. No damage. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Oh. What? A stinking fell curse! This should be a little bit more easy to deal with. Hopefully. Oh man. The stinking fell curse, man. The stinking fell curse. Okay. I'm just gonna eventually, like, corner myself in a little bit.
We'll have to fight our way through.
Okay, so you take out one of those stones. Awesome. Yep.
Your luck's run out.
Your HP is slowly going down. And max, at least, because of
We'll
the
have to
curse.
fight our way through.
That's great. That's fantastic.
Tell me where.
I'm gonna use the vulnerary and just keep going. Okay. I'm just ready to just get myself into position here because, yeah. All right. Oh, another divine blessing onto another. Did you just restore that guy's frickin' stone? Did you seriously just... Oh my goodness. Why? Why, man? That's just ridiculous. That's just... Okay. In that case... Equipping the tomahawk. And then... I'm restoring you.
Thanks.
To get your HP back to normal. Yeah, there we go. That's helpful. Stinking fell curse, man. The stinking fell curse. Oh my goodness. What the heck? What the heck?
Hand over the bracelet.
Oh dear.
I'm impressed.
Huh. Well, hit one time, so that's cool. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, that doesn't hit so well. That doesn't hit so well either. Let's get a stone down. Just to be honest. Yeah, nope. Gain points at least. So long as I'm out of this mage's range, I'm just going to continue doing what needs to be done. The last vein that she can obtain is that one on the side then. In the meantime, I just gotta, yeah. Keep restoring you.
My wound is healed.
Yep. Oh my goodness, man.
Not half bad.
Okay, so you attack using your dragon form, and she manages to hit you. That's great.
And so, the knight claimed victory.
Cool. Maxed HP. Cool. Oh my god, she actually managed to luckily kill that guy. Holy crap. Okay, maybe the RNG isn't so bad, but... Oh, it's definitely... Oh my god, I can take him out right now. Can I? I could probably take him out right now. You have the breath on right at the moment. You know what? I'm gonna attempt it. Yeah, with the, let's see. Okay.
Are you the Divine Dragon?
Yep.
Yes, and I'll be taking back that bracelet now.
Oh boy. That's... yeah. That's problematic. Okay, so one engage with an Armads should do it if it hits. 52, 47, 62, 52, 70. If this doesn't hit... If this doesn't hit...
Allow me. Now that was fun.
Oh. Thank goodness.
You won. This time.
Oh boy. That was something. Okay, fell Xenologue. I think I'm gonna be doing this for a couple episodes probably. For as long as I can get with it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, wow.
They got away. I was hoping we would finally learn their identity.
Dude, that was Forgato.
At least we got back the bracelet they were carrying. That's...
The bracelet of the ancestor. It seems different since we last laid eyes on it.
Well, it's corrupted with Fell Dragon energy.
Maybe this emblem can tell us about their time in enemy hands.
Huh.
I'll summon them again so we can talk. Huh? That's strange.
What?
The invocation isn't coming to me. Perhaps it's because I'm in a new world? But that's no good. Summoning emblems is what a divine dragon does.
Oh boy. Huh.
Divine dragon? I'm Tiki. Are you a divine dragon like me?
Huh, she's talking as a Dark Emblem?
Well...
Impossible. Emblems in this state shouldn't be able to speak.
Yeah, like what?
Hello, Emblem Tiki. I might be able to summon you again, but your invocation isn't coming to me. Do you know it?
I don't know anything about an invocation. My head feels fuzzy. It hurts.
This is so weird.
Please, don't make me fight anymore. I don't like hurting people.
You need not act against your will. Allow me to return you to peaceful slumber.
You can do that?
I can indeed. But I am unfamiliar with this summoning power of which you speak. The divine dragon of this world was able to cleanse fallen emblems. It would seem that you cannot do the same. So I will send Emblem Tiki to rest. In slumber, she will be safe from those who would exploit her power. No longer will she be compelled to fight.
You might say we are containing her power in the bracelet. Sadly, since we lack the ability to awaken emblems, she cannot aid us any further.
This is an interesting world.
It sounds like our only option right now. Please, go ahead.
Oh,
Whatever benefits there
man.
might be to keeping her awake, I won't force her to fight.
That's sad. That's sad.
Tiki, I hope we'll meet again someday.
Well, we do,
I'd
because
like
we have the
that.
emblem. Yeah.
When we do, let's play together lots, okay?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Farewell, Emblem
Cool,
Tiki.
cool.
Sweet dreams.
Night, night.
Yeah, this came out at a very interesting time for me. Cool.
Now, so long as we keep her away from the enemy, she will be able to rest.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay,
Thank
cool.
you, Nell.
We
Yikes.
place our emblems into slumber as a matter of course, to prevent their exploitation.
Should I label this as something else, considering like it's just a little different from like the main story overall, or should I just keep it as like in the same? I'll keep it in the same series.
Emblem Tiki was thus asleep when she was taken, but she returned to us awake. Our foe must therefore possess the power to awaken emblems.
Only divine and fell dragons can control them in that way. There
Yeah,
are no divine
interesting.
dragons left in this world, so that means our enemy is a fell dragon. One of our siblings, in other words.
Oh,
If it's a sibling of yours, then do you have any idea who it could be?
We have many brothers and sisters, but we're not acquainted with all of them.
dang.
Many died in the most recent war. There is no telling which of them survived.
The power to control emblems is
Interesting.
rare. If we knew the culprit, we would surely recall. Perhaps this child was born after we left Sombron, or developed this power late.
Sheesh.
Dragon powers
Wow.
are unpredictable. I cannot transform myself or control emblems at all.
Interesting.
Sombron deemed me a failure. If I had stayed with him, I would probably be dead by now.
Nell.
How awful.
Yeah. Dang.
I managed to survive only because Nell took me with her when she left.
Dang.
It angers me to think that our siblings could be behind this. To be given that kind of power, only to use it for evil. What a waste.
I know.
Nell.
Dang.
Sorry. It's not my intention to poison the mood.
Hey, it's okay. I mean, this stuff. Trauma is hard to deal with. And it's great to have someone else to confide in with it. Feel free to share out.
So, Divine One, our objective is to put an end to the ambitions of Sombron's mysterious heir.
I guess so.
Since we are fighting to return the emblems to slumber, they will not be able to help us.
So how large is this fell Xenologue anyway?
Knowing this, it is your choice whether or not to join our cause. What say you?
Well,
Yes, I'll help.
of course, yeah.
Splendid! It is such a comfort to have you on our side. Isn't it, Nell?
Yeah.
After what I saw in that battle, I must agree. But I will remain unsettled by the necessity of fighting alongside this dead dragon.
Jeez.
Oh, I unsettle you, do I?
Please, there is no need to quarrel.
Oh dear.
Why don't the two of you shake hands and agree to be friends from now on?
Nell, you don't have to force Nell to do anything.
I decline.
Then I guess I'll pass too.
You could at least try to get along.
It's all good.
Before we depart the castle, Nil, we should say our farewells.
Oh, agreed.
Oh.
I didn't know anyone else was in the castle. Is it a person I know?
You are welcome to come find out. But what you see may upset you.
Oh. Dang.
It looks to be a monument of some kind.
This is the resting place of the Divine Dragon. Your grave.
Oh. Okay.
I did warn you.
Yep.
We will be just a moment, Divine One. You can go back if you like.
Actually, do you mind if I say something? I'd like to speak to my other self, who lived here with you.
Dang. This is...
I think that would be a lovely gesture.
Oh, it's so appreciative to hear you say that, Nell.
Visiting my own gravestone. Not something I ever thought I'd do.
Yeah, this is seriously messed up.
I can see why Nell is unsettled by this situation. I promise to fulfill your role and protect those important to you as best I can.
It's probably the best you could do, yeah.
And with that, my reflection. Goodbye.
Wow. Oh, this is neat.
Why can't I turn into a dragon like you and Father?
Oh.
There. You may someday.
Dang.
I'm a failure. I'm weak.
No, Nil. You are strong. Surely you will be able to transform eventually.
Dang.
When?
Not even Father can say for sure.
Jeez.
But until then, hold on to this.
Your Dragonstone? But you won't be able to transform without it.
I can if you carry it for me. And I know you will always be by my side.
That's adorable.
We are two halves of a whole, Nil. This power is ours to share.
Our power.
So far, this is a little bit more compelling than the main game. Just a little bit. Mostly because they're, you know, getting a little bit more character. I have no idea what's going to happen after this, so I think we're going to try and record another video tonight before I go to bed. But anyways, thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.